lie against the smooth dome of my bubble prison and drift with the cosmos. My food and water tubes float about my head like friendly, mocking snakes. Some while back, I had decided to refuse their blandishments, to let hunger shrivel my stomach and thirst blacken my tongue, to cheat my jailers by dying in their death-proof cell. But the snakes had floated and coiled and mocked at my noble intentions, knowing that sooner or later I would clutch them fiercely in a loving embrace. I would eat and drink until I was sated, sick with self-disgust, and fall back panting against my prison wall, and sleep like the miserable, unloved infant I had become. No, I couldn't die. They wouldn't let me. It was against the code of my jailers, a law more inflexible than any written for humanity since the days of Moses. But of course, my jailers weren't human.
To the future, my memories are all that's left of people from the sky. Rule everything with each step. They used me, took my ideas, abused me, killed me, resurrected me like induced dreams. I'm moving through space in an invention that I concocted. 2061, the year they landed, and rockets couldn't stop them. After the war, the problem, see humanity lost and fallen. We're separated inside and outside of the wall. It's terrifying for those of us on the inside. Slaves, they use our minds for inventions on how to punish our kind. They ruin and run in our lives. On the outside, it's different, kinda like a scavenger life. Humans forming packs just like wolves in the night. And when some of us on the inside die, they fuel up and take flight, looking for packs of new workers to abduct into the slave mines. Dump the bodies of the deceased in a volcano, evaporate lives. But I've been here the longest and I'm the strongest, and I devise with those of us on the outside to kill these monsters. Revolt for humanity, gather scattered weapons manically, snuck them in. Our strategy started out graphically, murder, mayhem, catastrophe, but then they captured me, scanned our brains and found out me was the one with the blueprint, see? So they took an idea for a death-proof cell in orbit. They put me in it and shot me into space. It took 4 minutes and now it's been a couple hundred years. It's so boring, it's hell. Eternity floating, orbiting in a cell. It's not right that they got us like this, suppressed and held. We need a revolt. Boy, yeah, you're guessing it ahead. So
I tried to do something about it. I stuck my neck out. And that was the beginning of it. And here I am, floating in space, in the loneliest prison cell in history. And the worst part of the whole thing is that it was all my idea.
Working in the mine, I gained the aliens' trust, and they equipped me with the plasma gun to guard the whole of us. A whole I bust with the rifle, then I'd let the slaves escape. While I stayed behind too long, they hit me with a spore grenade. I awoke in a bubble hovering above the earth, still too dazed to be amazed or even fathom what has happened. The scenery be astonishing to say the very least, but I was quick to believe that they had put me on a leash, and then I bashed my face into the wall, but it didn't even hurt. In fact, it felt kinda soft. I'm at a loss for reality, having flashbacks of sitting talking with my would-be friends. I had that. Now I got none but the blackness in this food. Wish I had a gun, wish I had some amplitude, and I can tell I'm headed out into the nothingness of space, because the world is disappearing like it's trying to escape, and that might be great, but not for me. I bet them fucking gray skins are sitting back at home laughing. I'm stuck in this thing, it won't let me think. By now it might have been weeks. I'm on the brink of a mental meltdown when another orb passes me by and waves high.
End transmission.